As I'm a little bit early, I'd like to pay my respects to the land and the spirits here. So, welcome to Monday the 23rd. I'm completely out of sorts myself. So, just it's saying I'm live. There we go. Now it's doing its thing. All right, I'm going to go into town today. So, I thought I would just jump on quickly because today's a bit bumpy. All right, so we currently have the moon in Taurus right now. Now, 4 a.m. this morning, we had the Sun square Saturn. All right, so that makes things hard, restricted. There's a feeling of lack or drag, or this is hard. All right, so there's hard things butting up against each other. All right, now because Saturn and Neptune are conjunct, the Sun will then square Neptune at 6 p.m. So in between that 4 a.m. to 6 p.m., we've got the Sun hitting that Saturn Neptune square on full on, like all day. All right. So now, in between that, this is just the planetary stuff. Mars is going to be in conjunct Pluto at 2 p.m. All right, so there's definitely some. I mean, Mars is in Virgo, so he's thinking about things, and Pluto is in Aquarius. He wants his freedom, and he's a little bit more. What about us? And so these two aren't really seeing eye to eye. So there needs to be an adjustment, but people have to actually get in together to talk. All right, so this is one of those. Find that inner landscape so that you can control yourself. All right. Now I'll just click to see if anyone jumped on. I doubt it because it's too early. So sorry. All right. Now the moon today. All right. So like I said, moon in Taurus. Um, up until 1 p.m. However, at 12 p.m., the moon does come up and conjunct Uranus. All right, so that is going to be sudden, shocking, unexpected events. They could make you very uncomfortable. Remember that moon's in Taurus still at that time. In the words I've sort of said for the whole day is ground yourself, brace yourself, just be prepared for whatever. All right, there's a little bit of that going on. All right, so 12 p.m. moon Uranus, 1 p.m. moon moves into Gemini. We're then starting to think about things. Okay, all right, then we've got 3 p.m. the moon does oppose Lilith. All right, so Pluto is involved later on, so maybe Lilith, I believe, is in Sagittarius right now. This could be the moon in Gemini having a look at someone else's belief system because Lilith in Sagittarius is exposing. Well, just because you believe that doesn't mean that I believe that. So then, therefore, the moon has to think about it, all right? Or if the moon remains open enough, all right? I think in the words I wrote, the universe is stirring the pot. Don't let it boil over, all right? Because, if this is an argument about beliefs, there's no original book. There is no right, there is no wrong, all right? So see if there is just a philosophical belief or a difference in belief systems happening around that 1 o'clock. Oh, sorry, that 3 o'clock. Moon moves into Gemini at 1. Moon opposition Lilith at 3. Now at 4:30, we have 3:30, the moon is going to sextile Saturn, and then 4:30 sextile Neptune. Again, that Neptune Saturn stuff, it's all together. So here's another challenge to your belief systems. All right, doing the work to maybe reinforce your beliefs or change your beliefs. All right, and then we have, so that was between 3:30 and 4:30, and then the next one is 6:30 p.m. All right, this is the big chunky ouchy one. Excuse me, because the moon is going to be square Mars. All right, moon in Gemini, square Mars in Virgo, both ruled by Mercury, which is in Cancer. So there could be another challenge, but it comes with the need to analyze. All right, you need to be thinking all day today, thinking, observing, analyzing, watching what is going on. Don't let yourself be, you know, maybe that Mercury in the ancestral place might instantly go back to, but before you did this. All right, so be careful with that square that you don't go back to old ancestral hurts. This just sounds like the world stage right now, doesn't it? And at the same time, at 6:30, the moon is trine Pluto. So, that Pluto does bring up the truth, but it can also, I mean, it's a trine, it's helpful and harmonious. So, I mean, it depends on which way you're looking at it as to how destructive or transformative Pluto is going to be at this point with that square to Mars. All right, so now you may feel like you're getting tossed around by the astro today because there are so many things happening. But if you get your feet firmly planted on the ground, locked into reality, the challenging feelings that you are experiencing definitely need to be dealt with kid gloves or gently, again, with the everybody's dealing with this. If you are at your most emotionally intelligent, or centered, grounded, I am not going to be buffered by the weather, then you're going to be in the best standing that you can be. All right, so it's definitely time to think things through and look to the things that seem the most obvious as a solution. Sometimes we go, oh my God, I don't know what to do, when there's a really obvious solution, but we're like, oh, it's too easy. So, definitely try for that. Good morning, Helen. I know I am early because I have to go into town in 4 minutes. I'm supposed to be leaving. Got most of my stuff ready, but yeah, it was just such a chunky day. Now, additionally, there are also two yods, all right? So a yod is a finger of God. It's where the universe is like, this thing here. All right, now the yod is all right, the aspect is actually two planets in sextile, so they are harmonious, and they are both pointing and in conjunct. There's that tension, adjustment required, not quite seeing eye to eye to a single planetary point. All right, so the first yod is Jupiter sextile Mars. That's good, like Jupiter's now in Cancer, Mars is in Virgo. We need to be thinking about the things from the past. Now the yod is the Pluto, all right, and he's saying transform, change. If you want something different, you need to innovate, all right? So there's that, I know and I'm going to do, but we need to adjust and change. Now the other yod is Pluto Lilith, all right? So Pluto in Aquarius with this bigger picture thinking, Lilith in Sagittarius going, but this is what I believe. They're both pointing to Jupiter, all right? So there's that awareness about this cultural, ancestral, what is good for the people at home type of environment, all right? So we've got um, those two things asking us to have a look at what we believe so that we can transform and innovate and protect our families and home and ancestry and homelands. And again, I keep going back to this bigger picture world stage events, because one person, it always just takes one person to trigger a cascading event, and that has been triggered, and now everybody's just waiting to see whether people are going to back out, but that big shiny button's already been pushed. So all we can do now is remain steadfast in our own emotional state, and just observe the people around you and just care where you can. All right, so let me just see if there is anyone else here. No, it's still just you and me, Helen. I hope you're well, beautiful, and I'm looking forward to seeing you when I'm back up in August. I guess for the recording, I do have my 6-week life reset package available at bridgetsastrology.com.au. It is you standalone. You can get it just on its own as an email course. It gets delivered to you weekly, and then you just work through it on your own. There are some additional add-ons if you would like to come and try out the coaching group. You can get that as an add-on, and then we will go through it personally with you and your chart each week for the 6 weeks. that it goes for. But like I said, it is a standalone. It's very, very affordable. And yeah, if you have any questions, I mean, today I'm going into town, but if you have any questions, please just reach out. I hope you all have a day where you can easily adjust to the circumstances around you. And yeah, don't bust a fuffle valve. It's all good. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you have a nice day. Mwah.